but does not offer a real plan in exchange. He talks about his plan, but didn't have any numbers with it. It's meaningless.
The communist Obama administration is already talking about raising taxes on small business. I know what this is going to do to our fragile recovery. What do you think?
Well, and a tax increase would, of course, just reduce the amount of people that can be hired in the economy. Small business generates most of the jobs. The tax increase, the way the president has proposed it, would primarily hit small business. This is economic lunacy. We're already above the tax rate, maximizing rate. That means that any additional rate hikes will not result in additional tax revenue. And there's plenty of empirical evidence to support that. When we have a very costly income tax system as it is, what we should be doing is reducing rates, making the tax system more simple, in fact, going actually to a flat tax.
Shouldn't we be closing tax loopholes instead?
Well, that's part of it. I mean, if you reduce the number of deductions and exemptions, you can have a low-rate flat tax, which would actually bring in more revenue, be far simpler, and not discourage work-saving investment as much as our present system does.
Well, I think major inflation is coming, and why the Fed hasn't begun to raise interest rates to combat inflation is incomprehensible.
But it's likely to come. We'll either have very slow or no economic growth or major inflation, and eventually major inflation could result in another recession.
My speed is question mark.
Money to raise the president without serious but it was gone for a long period of time because people still have the debt with them, which made employers reluctant to hire because people know they have a debt coming unless severe change from motivation.
What is doing more damage to the economy, in your opinion? Rising gas prices or the deficit in debt?
Well, the rising debt and deficit, they're partially responsible for the rise in gas prices because foreign investors, people around the world, see this big increase in debt in the United States. They realize it's not sustainable, so people move away from the dollar. As they move away from the dollar falls in value. Most commodities are priced in dollars, so of course the commodity producers increase their prices to offset the decline in the value of the dollar, which causes domestic inflation here.
Why is Congress refusing to recognize the true problem with our economy?
Well, you've got, I think, the new Republican House of Representatives, the majority of members there do recognize the problem and are trying to do something about it. The Senate, of course, is still controlled by the Democrats, and so far, under Harry Reid, they have not been willing to go ahead and present a realistic budget alternative. I mean, it's not like Congressman Ryan's budget. They need to be responsible to come up with a budget alternative of their own. And that's what they haven't done. And I look at that as gross irresponsibility.
Does China have a majority of our nation's debt?
Well, 47% is owned by foreigners. The Federal Reserve state of debt now means they have some. The Japanese are around $1 trillion. The Chinese stopped being net buyers of debt last September and have been small sellers. The big buy in the business for a number of years is not occurring. The Japanese are no longer positioned to buy debt because of their real estate stopping. They'll probably be net sellers of debt. And so one of the questions is, in June, when the Fed stops buying the debt, they took this all through, and what they said they would do, they said they'll no longer buy debt after June. Then the question is, who is going to buy the debt? And I think that's likely to cause a big rise in interest rate spending.
Liberals love the big lie that defense spending caused our big debt. Is that really the biggest contributor to our debt? I think it's Social Security and Medicaid, isn't it?
Well, it's not the major one. I mean, there's all government has a lot of waste, including defense, and it should be cut back. The biggest driver on the deficit and the great increase in spending is, are the medical entitlements, particularly Medicare and Medicaid.
Is there any good news for our economy in the near future? I hope so.
Well, I've been a long-run optimist, but I have to say I'm a short-run pessimist now. I was hoping after Congressman Ryan came out with his budget, again, Congressman Ryan's chairman of the House Budget Committee, that this would give the opportunity to the administration to come out with a meaningful budget. So the Republicans went first on changing the entitlement. But instead, the president just chose to demagogue Congressman Ryan without coming up with any meaningful and specific proposals of his own. So I'm a short-term pessimist because I do not see the kinds of changes needed in the spending patterns probably occurring until after the next election.
Dr. Ron, thank you for being with us on The Savage Nation.
Well, Michael, it's always a pleasure to be with you, and thank you so much for inviting me.
I'll be right back, Savage.
For all things news and talk radio, visit PRNCentral.com.
Jay Farner here with Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 15-year fixed mortgage is all the way down to 3.99%, APR 4.42%. Clients are always asking, are rates going up? Are they going down? You know, no one really knows. But at Quicken Loans, we've got an amazing way to protect you from that uncertainty. It's our new Quicken Loans Rate Drop Advantage program. And here's how it works. Simply close a loan with us.
We have arrived at Elizabeth's house. Yay. We're here. What was that? 2 videos. 20 minutes. Not bad.
Charlie?
Stop!
Cindy, no. Sit. Sit. Good sit. Good sit. Hey, babe.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I got cigarettes.
Oh, thank you.
They're actually Marlboros.
Nice.
And again, there's more in the car.
My dad got packed too. Cool. You went to the recycling center.
Oh, I saw the lids take the plastic bottles off front.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Because they have to take the lids off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody takes the lids off.
Yeah. That was why we. That was actually why we started recycling, because we put that kind of stuff in the recycling garbage thing. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And the hobos would come by and pull the tops off and just leave the tops right on the ground. So there's this huge mess by our garbage can. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just open the garbage and put the lids in the other one. You gotta while you're